really the game came down to the boards. There's just no question about it. For them to out-rebound us on their own offensive end, which means that of their missed shots, they got more than half of them back. That just you can't win a game like that, And when it comes down to it, even after our horrible offensive performance in the first quarter, we had 7 points, we had 17 points at half. Again, those offensive numbers were devastating, but I knew that our team can make baskets, right? We're getting the right shots. We cut down the turnovers. We only had 3 second-half turnovers. We shot a high percentage, shot well over 50% in the second half. Our shooters got going. We got to the rim. In the first half, we didn't get to the line at all. We got to the line 14 times in the second half. The game came down to rebounding. All right, we come all the way back to cut it to 4, and we actually get them to miss, and they get the board. So again, we're a play away, right? And again, that rebounding column, getting out rebounded by 25 is just, you have to be perfect in every other phase in order to overcome that, and clearly that's a pretty tall order.
Yeah, I know one of the things we've talked about the last couple of years is trying to get to the free throw line more. So is that something you think you can build on when you look at the tape and what you did in the second half to get to the line so many times?
Look, Bill, it's been an emphasis, and I thought we've done a really nice job in a lot of games, and that's a key place, especially when you're not scoring. And so for us to be shooting the poor percentage that we did in the first half, along with turning the ball over, and not getting to the line, right? I mean, that's why your points are so down. And so for our players to understand, there's going to be nights where the ball's not going in. You're not making every shot. All right. Well, let's make sure we take care of the ball, which we were sloppy in the first half, and go get to the rim. Players understand how to go buy a free throw here and there, right? Then you kind of that loosens it up. You get a free throw or two to go in, and then sometimes that loosens other things up. And I thought that actually happened for us, is that we got ourselves to the line, and then we started feeling better about ourselves and made some shots. But it didn't happen until the second half.
I know obviously getting a defensive rebound to close out a possession is a big part of defense, but if you put that aside, what did you think about your team's defensive effort, particularly on Penahood, to make a bunch of ridiculous contested shots to get her point?
Look, she's a great player, isn't she, right? I mean, the shot she hit on Marty Mossetti, late, where, Marty couldn't have played better defense than that, right? I mean, she hit a buzzer beater at the end of the shot clock from 25 feet. I thought she didn't know the shot clock, and she was kind of dribbling it out, and I think she kind of figured it out. But she's such a talented player. She gets that shot. It's almost like the NBA. It's like if they can get it above their head, she can put it in. So yeah, no. I was proud of how, for the most part, how we defended. I thought our kids, they listen, they fight, they'll follow a game plan, do all those things. We just too many silly mistakes in the first half, and got to grab a rebound.
Other than ball retention, what were some of the other messages that you tried to convey at halftime?
Look, at halftime, partly they needed to hear that 9 turnovers, 0 free throws, and just some of the sloppiness that had to go, right? So partly they needed to know how I felt about that, right? But the bigger part is, look, relax. You guys are going to get good shots. We had good opportunities. We just didn't take advantage of them, either by sloppy ball handling, which caused the turnovers, or we just didn't make shots. So, hey, believe in the process, believe in yourselves, and now let's go fight. But look, the rebounding was an issue in the first half, and we talked about it at halftime. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get that fixed. We've got to fight harder. We've got to box out earlier and more proactively, and we've got to go fight in the air and go grab the ball with 2 hands. No two ways about it.
Coach, Taylor out there was a spark plug for you guys, especially in the second half. She started transitioning inside the paint, getting some tough shots, drawing a couple fouls. How has her game transcended for you guys as far as over the course of the year, and how has it helped you guys?
Taylor's a great example of our team. Taylor's an awesome kid, and she was working really, really hard in the first half, but she was either pressing a little too much. You saw her throw the ball out of bounds. So she sees the right thing, or she's attacking, but instead of getting on balance and going up strong, she kind of gets off balance and flings it. And so instead of either drawing a foul or finishing, it ends up being thrown off the top of the square. Okay, Taylor, let's relax, keep attacking. And again, the great news is that my team, Taylor, to answer your question, she's never going to punk out, quit, stop trying, stop listening. We just need to be able to do it from start to finish. And, unfortunately, our record reflects our inability right now to be able to string a 40-minute game together. I know our team can play, but I also know our team can have those bad stretches. We've got to reduce those bad stretches and make them just a blip here and there rather than an entire half.